Just different.
You don't know what I've been through. You don't know what I've seen. Live your life, not mine. If you know what I mean. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know what I've seen. Live your life, not mine. If you know what I mean. They don't know. You don't know. We don't know. Life is funny, things we do to get money. Hardships, hard times. And these days, these situations, they be sticky like honey. If it ain't Corona, they trying to clone ya. What happens to the little girl that went missing from her home? Her own daddy keep touching her. Daddy, leave me alone. I ain't got the answers. Trying to get justice for George Floyd. And if Bill Gates got the cure, make sure he got one for cancer. We screaming stop the violence, but who we asking? The killer the same color as the one in the casket. I'm no preacher, spitting hard facts like bleachers. Make America great again. It's only for the rich leeches. Where's Felicia? I guess black reparations went to new prisons and new police substations. For black justice, they be debating. We gotta wake up, but I'm going back to back. I'm on one. Cold cases still hot in the hood, cause the nigga that did it, he still home, son. I'm my own rapper, but got a new balance. Rest in peace to all the young fallen soldiers. Didn't get a chance to show the world their talents. I'm so focused, trying to save the nation. Seeing the road ahead like a full focus. You don't know what I've been through.
It's like that.
You don't know what I've seen.
It's like that.
Live your life, not mine.
It's like that.
If you know what I mean.
It's like that.
You don't know what I've been through.
Yeah.
You don't know what I've seen. Yeah. Live your life, not mine. If you know what I mean. They don't know. You don't know. We don't know.
Life is a bitch.
Well, go ahead, come on.
You can't trust a mother, cause people be mother. They stab you in your back and they smile up in your face. They do whatever it takes to have another place. The population polluted.
Yo. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's your host with the most, man. Phocuz Feel of Phocuz Radio, man. And you already know what it is, man. BeyondTheBeltwayRadio.com on Facebook, or log on to Phocuz Feel on Facebook, and I'll reshare this show right here. And you already know what it is, man. We are here 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Your hottest evening, nighttime podcast, man. And what we do here, man, we are advocates and activists for the missing and murder community. Also, along with anything positive in the community, we want to push. That's what we do, man. So today we brought Brenda Eason is in the building, and it's part 2 of the Zamari Wilson story. And if you are a advocate, listener, and follower, you know his story. But we'll brief you on that, once we get into part 2, and we'll have some other special guests that's going to come on and also speak, their truth, their opinion on justice for Zamari, man. So we doing it up, man, right here at Phocuz Radio. You already know what it is, man. On IG at Phil Phocuz, on Facebook, Phocuz Phil, and for my ex people out there, it's Phocuz Radio, y'all. It's just that simple. I'm gonna hop right into it, man. You already know what it is, man. Hate to report these stories, man, but somebody got to do it. And the DC Police Department has been quite busy. They've been quite busy. And the reason I say that is because this was September 13th. And actually they're investigating. I'm sure they're still investigating 3 separate shootings. All of them was like 4 hours apart from each other. And it was the 3100 block of 16th Street, Uptown, That was at 4:15. They found a victim who had been shot, but he was conscious and breathing when they transported him. Less than an hour later, the 3000 block of 30th Street on the south side, that's not too far from, our landmark. I'm sorry, Lax Liquor Store and Naylor Road, and you go down Club 51 and you cross over and so forth and so on to Naylor Road Metro Station, and not that side, but I'm just giving you a roundabout if you're coming up or if you're coming down 30th Street. And then the 100 block of 35th Street at 8:15 p.m. there was another man found conscious and breathing, and he was taken to an area hospital. Just saying all this to say, man, that the DCPD have been quite busy. They really have. They have been quite busy in the worst way. I'm sorry, in the worst way. We've had 3 teenagers, I know for sure, that have lost their life throughout this week and throughout last week. And it's sad to say that it's we get immune to it because I keep reading these stories and reading these stories and reading these stories. Every day they're coming through. Teenager. And then at the same time, we advocate and are activists for the youth community in so many different ways, trying to do so many different things, spreading positivity within these communities, man. And, stuff just like this continues to happen, and more so right now. So, rest in paradise, Marvin Gaye, what's going on, and I think that we had some prophets that had spoke on the things that will continue to be in existence. And this was definitely one of them. So many artists through music, because music touches me, my soul, my spirit, my physical, my mental, music. And we had so many prophets, man, that we can look back now and say, damn, they was a prophet, because they're talking about everything that is going on right now. And we're talking 3 to 4, maybe even 5 generations later. Something has to be done. And I just believe in a higher power. And I say, man, let's just continue to pray and try to get to the grassroots of the problems. Also, if you all remember, we had another story of Marika Mangan. She was 25 years old. She was actually training to become a special police officer for the Anacostia Library in Southeast DC. She had a 5-year-old son, and her future was really, 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 really bright. So she took this opportunity and trained and passed all the tests, passed everything. And 6 months later, she was tragically killed by a retired police officer who shot her after a training exercise. You know how we joke, on these jobs, and you know how we joke with our peers and our family with certain little stuff, joke around. And so they were apparently joking around, or he was joking around. And it really happened. From the footage, these cameras, man, after the training, participants, they were talking, they was wrapping up, and they were going to take a group photo. The pics, everybody's excited. Everybody is, past this part of the training course, on to the next one, able to follow your dreams, happy, young, do what you want to do, and then, surrounded by like-minded people. So what do we do for memories? We take pictures. And they had laughed and joked about her, always not being ready. She got to take her face mask off, this, that, this, that. Jesse Porter, who was then 60 years old, separated from the group, suddenly wielding his gun and shooting Marika. I don't know how to take this. He was charged with 4 years manslaughter charge. Like I say, under investigation, still to this day. And the family doesn't feel that they were due the justice that they deserved, with their daughter. It's just a sad case. People say they should have took his weapon from him right away. They should have handcuffed him immediately. They should have sent him to a drug and alcohol testing right away. Quite frankly, folks were casual, really casual, and didn't treat him as if he was a shooter. Wow. Like I say, still fighting for justice on both sides, on both sides of the fence, man. I guess for, the charged person, the suspect, and I guess even for the victim. And anytime that a life is tragically taken away, I think it hits harder. And that's why we, brought Miss Brenda back for part 2 to get part 2 of things, because now these are the things, it turns civil and, go all the way to the Supreme Court and things of that nature with certain cases. So this is the other side of it when the family is fighting for justice. So, yo, you already know what it is, man. Your host with the most, Phocuz Field on Phocuz Radio. My mic, I don't know what happened to my mic. Oh, we back. Phocuz Field on Phocuz Radio. Like I say, man, feel free to share. We market, we promote, we interview. We pretty much do it all right here, man, on Phocuz Radio. So feel free to follow all those handles that I gave you in the beginning. And you already know what it is, man. Justice for Zamari Wilson. And his mom is back in the building and has became family, since she's graced the stage of Phocuz Radio. So we'll get into part 2 of it. And, she's right here, right with us now in the flesh. You know what I mean? We here. Thank you. You already know what it is, man. Thanks for gracing the stage of Phocuz Radio for the second time. And we are here for part 2 of the Zamari Wilson case. And Miss Brenda is in the building. Part 2, did your people, they tuned in? Anybody else to log in before we get started?
We'll see. We just want I gave everybody a link. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, hopefully they join. If not, I got the information here.
Miss Brenda Eason. Once again, just brief the audience once again on a story of Zamari Wilson.
Okay. So Zamari Wilson's my son. He was 12 years old when he drowned. We went on a vacation to Virginia Beach, Virginia. And he drowned. There was no lifeguards there to save him at all. No lifeguards to help him or another guy that drowned just about an hour later in the same spot. So I'm fighting for justice, continued justice, because I don't want his life to be gone in vain. He wasn't just an ordinary kid. He was talented. He wanted to do things in life. He knew what he wanted to be. And, he was a great artist. He'd already started making mixtape covers and logos and different pieces in people's homes. It's everywhere. So I'm just continuing to fight for justice for him. We need lifeguards there at the beach. That's mandatory. We got to have lifeguards at the beach, because if something happens to one of the tourists, there's nobody there to save them. So I went around and told as many people as possible when I was at the beach that there's no lifeguard there to be careful. But I need platforms such as yours to continue to say that lifeguards need to be mandatory at all Virginia beaches in Virginia. So that's mandatory. So the beach we were at was owned by the Delta Marriott. They own that part of the private beach, so it was their responsibility to have a lifeguard there. But because since there's no laws in effect, which just has to be changed, that saying that they have to have a lifeguard, that's how they got away. My son just died just at that place. I just came home with no son. So to continue to fight for justice.
Mm, mm, mm. So this is the second part
Hmm.
of everything, and this is where it comes in. On I could like to say we the politic game and this and that, and the laws that they have, and not really caring, protecting themselves, protecting their brand and their name at all costs. So we're at part two. If you can give the audience your lawyer's name and the law firm that you are working with.
Yes, her name is Yaida Ford, and it's Ford Law Pros is the name of her company. She's my lawyer. She's been helping me to fight for justice for my son as well. We're trying to come to the table with Delta Marriott, but they're not even responding to us, to any media. Every time we do an interview, they try to reach out to the Delta Marriott, but they're not responding. So they're just saying whatever, forget his life. No, we're not going to forget it. We're going to keep coming on the media. We're going to keep talking until you respond to us. We can sit down at a table and we can talk about closure, because I have no closure right now.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you, Miss Brenda. You haven't talked to anyone at this hotel at all?
Not since I left there that day. Nope. Nope. My lawyer reached out to them and they were supposed to call back, but they didn't respond.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So
Mm.
we had every media. We had Channel 9 here, WUSA News Channel 9 here in Washington, D.C. They reached out to them. And I did an interview on Channel 3 in Virginia Beach and Channel 13 in Virginia Beach. Everybody's reaching out to the Delta Marriott. But you're hiding. You're not answering our phone calls. You're not accepting any responsibility. No apologies, no nothing.
Mm, mm, mm.
So this petition, if you see that link on my page, please sign that petition. This is what's going to change the law to make it mandatory for lifeguards to be there. And also like other warning signs, they didn't even have any signs saying swim at your own risk, nothing, just nothing. So we need some warning signs, some safety measures, some lifeguards, all that need to be mandatory so that we can enjoy the beach again.
Absolutely. So what would be the next step, as far as if you all are not able to get in contact with anyone?
We'll continue getting signatures on this petition to make it mandatory for lifeguards to be at the beach. Once we get enough signatures, we're going to take it to the legislature and change the law, make it mandatory. At least we save some lives in the future. It might not have saved my son's life, but I'm doing this to honor his life.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Absolutely. And let me ask, how are you holding up? How
just staying busy.
I always ask that question. I've never experienced anything like this before, so I always ask that question. How are you holding up? How are you? I know it's a lot, especially like I say for part two.
Mm-hmm. It's a whole lot.
Fighting and
I'm
reliving it.
This trauma. It's just I'm like traumatized. Like, where's my son? I cannot believe I went down there and I did not come back with my son. So that's traumatizing to me. I see places that we've been before. I get emotional. I see his school, I get emotional. I see his clothes or a piece of art around. It's just constant emotions. So.
And what was the you get an audience to date how long you have been fighting, and this is kind of only the beginning.
Mm-hmm. So that happened. He drowned on July the 3rd of 2022. We were down there for the 4th of July weekend. He died. He drowned at July the 3rd. So been fighting since July the 3rd of 2022. So been a little bit over a year.
Mhm.
We're gonna continue to fight. Hopefully it won't take that much longer. Hopefully y'all just come sit down and you can call this number 513-816-6727. That's for the Delta Marriott. Call 513-816-6727 and let's have a conversation.
Yeah, it's just something has to be done. Let me ask you, have you all had filings with the Better Business Bureau as far as on a federal level with things?
That's why I'm out here again today. I want to get comments, suggestions of things to do. That's a great idea. Also, thought about just boycotting the Delta Marriott. Just don't go there, or call them and ask them why don't you have any lifeguards. Just keep calling, just try to get this changed.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I have for now. But please leave in the comments any suggestions that you guys have to help us to continue to fight for justice. Any media, we're doing our interviews, so please contact us as well.
Absolutely. Let the people know about the GoFundMe. Let them know about the campaign. Let them know, like you say, in your fight for justice, as far as how you've been able to gather, surround yourself with a great group of people and support.
I have some friends of mine. They did do a GoFundMe. We're trying to get a grave site marker for him. It's like no marker out there, so we want to get a marker for his grave. We had to come up with all the funds to bury him. Just they didn't help with the burial or anything. No responsibility at all.
You said a grave site marker.
A grave site marker, yes, and also we want to definitely get his legacy, Zamari's World, out there. We have a whole lot of art I want to get put on T-shirts and merchandise and things that he was, just about to start doing. He wanted to do an NFT. I'm looking into that. So some of the characters he had. So yeah. So this is the GoFundMe. Look at my page. You'll see the link to that as well. It was done on the first anniversary of him dying. They created this for me. It pretty much says on the 4th of July weekend in 2022, it was meant to be a joyful family vacation at Virginia Beach for Zamari and his loved ones. However, tragedy struck when Zamari began to struggle in the water. And despite the frantic efforts of his family, volunteers, and the search and rescue team, his lifeless body was recovered hours later. Shockingly, no lifeguards were present at the beach. No signs advising guests of their absence, nor any warnings regarding any dangerous conditions in the water were present to prevent such a tragedy from occurring. So as the weather, got warm, it was really hard for me and my family because it reminded me of being at the beach again, this warm weather. So then adding insult to injury, it says the Delta Marriott in Virginia Beach, where we stayed last summer, has callously refused to offer any form of settlement or closure to our grieving family. While no amount of compensation can replace Amari's precious life, a gesture of sympathy would have provided some solace to our mourning family. So that's what we're fighting for right now, justice and some type of settlement for our family. So.
Absolutely. Wow. Yeah. This is it's still a tragedy.
Yeah.
And like I say, it hits different, and I'm glad that I could give you the opportunity to express yourself, because you have to vent and let it out, So I can feel it, I can hear it, the pain, and it hits different, and that's why I asked how you able to, go out and do these things.
I don't want him to feel that I'm giving up. I don't want to give up. I'm never going to give up. And I want Zamari to know that I'm going to continue to go on. I'm going to continue to fight for my dreams, fight for your dreams, and do Zamari's World. And I'm not going to stop. So that's where I am right now. And then I wanted to read a little bit more. We had tragically that same day that Zamari died. It was not an isolated incident. On the same day, the last summer, a 44-year-old man also drowned in Virginia Beach, further highlighting the urgent need for lifeguards. Virginia Beach now deserves the unfortunate nickname Death Beach. That's what they're calling it, Death Beach.
Mm.
Due
Mm.
to, yep, due to the alarming frequency of drownings. It is clear that if one finds himself struggling in the water at Death Beach, they cannot rely on the presence of a lifeguard to save them. And that's what we're fighting for. Yep.
Mm.
So, yeah, it goes on and on. You know, the whole story is here about, it says, moreover, it is disheartening to learn that when Zamari first began to struggle in the water, two men who appeared to be Delta Marriott Hotel employees dismissed the severity of the situation, assuring them that the water was shallow and that Zamari would be okay. But no precautionary signs or safety measures were in place to inform swimmers of potential hazards or limitations. And it is simply it's simply incomprehensible that a beach destination will lack basic safety measures to prevent drowning incidents. They need basic safety measures. They don't have any at all. So, continuing to fight for that. Um, so we're trying to preserve his dreams and his aspirations. Also, like I said, that's what Zamari's world is about. He was a talented,
Absolutely.
he was a talented artist, a musician, and also an aspiring actor. He had already displayed exceptional skills in those fields at a very young age. So, I want to keep his vision going, his artistic endeavors. So, that's what we are.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
What would you tell? What would you tell mothers that may be going through what you're going through, but the same situation? What would you tell mothers and people that probably are fighting across the world for beaches, private beaches, house parties, whatever it may be, to have lifeguards present?
Yeah. I was just saying, make sure that they're lifeguards before you go to any beach. Just check. You wouldn't think they have to check, but yeah, you're gonna have to check to make sure you'll be safe while you're there. Make sure they're lifeguard, any type of like flotation devices or anything that'll help you in the water.
Uh-huh.
We would want to like a marker to say like, don't go past this part, right? This right here, so I have it called Zamari zone, like a zone. Don't go past right here, even though he wasn't far out there, but the further out you go, the more danger you can occur. So we want some type of, barrier. That would be nice as well. So, yep. So please sign the petition. We have 415 signatures right now. So we're trying to reach 1,000 by the end of the month. So please sign the petition. It only takes a few minutes, and please share it. Sign and share. Sign and share.
And before we wrap up, Miss Brenda, your social media handles, and once again, I know you gave the Delta Marriott number, but if you had a number or email that the
Yes.
Audience can reach you at.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you can reach me in the media for any interviews. You can call that number 513-816-6727, 513-816-6727. You can reach me on social media. My name Brenda Eason, Brenda Eason, the founder of the Black Business Owners Network, better known as the BBON. You'll see that on Facebook as well. We have over 70,000 members there. So we're going to share this. So please put in the comments, BBON members, put in the comments any suggestions on how we can fight for justice for Zamari. And we're looking for more campaign workers. We have a spokesperson, an organizer, but we're looking for some more people on the ground. We want to go to Virginia Beach, actually go down there.
Let's go. We got to do it.
Yeah.
I just got to, like I say, mark my calendar and let's go. That far off. So definitely.
Yes. There's my campaign spokesperson, Christopher Lynette.
How y'all doing?
Hey, how you doing, Chris?
How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
It's good. It's good. Yeah. Also, I've done my research, and since 1947, as recorded, there's been many deaths. The greater number of them were children. So in saying that, and just recent deaths, and people just keep losing their lives and all they should have, instead of just saying, you know, it's an ocean, take your chances. How about having some precautions out there, warning signs, limitations, lifeguards, and such, instead of just saying, I mean, they don't even have a sign out there saying swim at your own risk. Just, you know what I'm saying? La-di-da. But yeah, we're going to continue to fight and get justice for Samari. We're looking for some type of, like, when that child went missing, the Amber Alert, yeah, we want a Zamari alert. We're going to want to call it Zamari Zone.
Okay.
Don't go no further. Okay. And they can do a whole lot much more to make that beach safe. I was just looking at a documentary last night, and over in
Dubai, wasn't it?
Dubai.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, they was building this monument hotel, making sure it was hurricane safe, waterproof, just stable for their guests. Putting barges out, building rock formations, you know, a couple of feet out from the shore. So, you know, won't no harm come to their guests. I think they should employ that system, do something, instead of just, yeah, it's safe, yeah, it's shallow, yeah. Not even a swim at your own risk. Nothing.
Yeah, wow. Hey, you have social media handles where my audience could reach out to you as far as, you know, becoming part of the campaign?
Nothing other than my
or just go through
Facebook. You can reach me through Brenda Eason. You know, I'm
okay.
Always, yeah. She can always get in touch with me. I don't have. Soon I will be starting a podcast. Yeah, because this is it's a podcast nation.
You already know, man. You already know what it is, brother. Definitely.
Yes. Thank you for all the support.
I wanna thank y'all for gracing the stage of Phocuz Radio. Feel free to stay tuned in backstage if y'all like, you know, and if I get on a topic or something you wanna, chime in, feel free.
Hey, but right now, brother, I gotta get back to work. I'm trying to do, what I'm saying, juggle a whole lot of things. But thank you for having me. See you later, Brenda.
All right, thank you for the support.
And take care, y'all.
All right. Peace. Peace. Yo, y'all already know what it is, man. Your host with the most, man. Phocuz Feeling, Phocuz Radio, man. And just wrapped up part 2 of the Justice for Zamari segment. And if you were listening in, you already know Justice for Zamari and what it's all about. And more so, just keeping his spirit alive to inspire. And that's the thing about it. Like, people, children, babies, everyone will leave something here. And whether or not we can see it, it's here. So everything is created, from the creator at the end of the day. So more so the Zamari campaign is about
the Zamari's World. We keep his
Zamari's World. There we go, Zamari's World.
So on Facebook, the page, we have like all his pictures of him, his art, just memories, just like I said, to keep his spirit alive.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I want to thank you, Miss Brenda, definitely, for gracing the stage once again on Phocuz Radio.
Thank you for having me.
No problem.
Yes. All right.
Yo, y'all already know what it is, man. We got to focus on sports. We got to focus on sports, man. And you see, I'm at the commander station. This is the commander station. We got Thursday night football tonight. So I'm at the commander station. And we are 1-0. A cup of water to that. And let's see what we doing here. Let me see. Hold on. Uh-oh. Well, I thought I was gonna have a whole complete schedule, but that didn't work out. But anyway, Commanders, man, we looking real good. And like I say, I'm at the station right now. We took on the Arizona Cardinals 16-20. I take that. This week, man, we got Denver. So we gonna see, what we gonna do with Denver. Then after that, it get tougher and tougher and tougher. Then Buffalo, and then the list goes on. So you already know what it is, and B might know. I want to say it so bad, but I don't want to be wrong. I want to say the Jets. But Thursday night football will be tonight.
It will be interesting. As you can see, I'm in a solo studio, but it will be interesting. So
Who play tonight?
Tonight it's the Eagles and the Vikings.
Eagles and the Vikings. I said the Jets. Eagles, y'all. I meant to say Eagles. Eagles and the Vikings, man. They play tonight. Like I say, Thursday night football. Football is back in effect. And like I say, game one, they say you can't really tell from game one. So like I say, man, after that second one, we start looking and see who we may have out there for playoff and for Super Bowl. But like I say, I feel confident. I think we working together as a unit. I don't know, man. We're gonna see, Magic's input and the coaches that we got in the place, and putting all the pieces together. And once we gel, we'd be out.
I'm gonna say this. I mean, everyone's happy and in a celebratorial mood after of the official week 1 win. But let's keep it 100 here. It's one game. You got 60 more to go. And these next 5 weeks are killers for you guys.
He says killer for us, guys.
A couple of divisional games. The Bills are trying to recover from that Jets loss. The only game that I think has possibility is Denver. Denver is the one game I think is so iffy. So because really even the Broncos don't know how good or bad they are. So the Broncos like this, they're in the same boat as you guys.
You know what? You already know what it is, man. You heard it right here. Let's focus on sports, man. And like I say, always at the Commander Station. You already know what it is, man. But what we're going to do, man, we're going to jump into a new video, a new song from Venice. I'm sorry. She hate when I met with Venice.
Yeah, here we go. Stand by.
First time I heard it, y'all. So heard it first on Phocuz Radio. Venice, y'all. She's graced the stage, though.
Sometimes I feel off track. It's an uncertain time. Who's crossing the bearing now? Is it too late to turn back? Captains without a sail, no mindful sail. Prisoner without a sail. Can I trust myself? Just hold it. When it gets too loud, the monsters are running wild. My hands on the clouds, and I never seem to calm down. Can't ever seem to calm down. Just can't ever seem to calm down. And safety in your eyes. No chains holding me, tripping over my own 2 feet. No one's in my way back oh, take me, baby, talk to me. So lonely. Console me. When it gets too late, your monsters are running wild. My hands on the clouds, and I can't ever see them come down. Can't see them come down. Can't ever see them come down. Just hold, and I can't ever see them come down. Can't ever see them come down.
Right here on Phocuz Radio. Venice. Yo, hello, hello. In the building. Hello, hello, hello. We back.
You're back.
You already know what it is, man. New music by Venice. What's the name of that track?
Stand by. I think it was called Runaway.
Runaway. Like I said, it was the first time we hear
Running Wild's the track. Running Wild. I'm sorry.
Running Wild by Venice. Look her up. She's all over Facebook, Instagram, the X. She's all over websites, everything. VENICE, Venice. And maybe I got to get her back in for part 2 because she's doing something new. You know what I mean? You already know what it is, man. I'm your host of the most, man. Phocuz Radio. Like I say, man, does this thing each and every Saturday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. right here on Beltway Radio and beyond.com, man. And on Facebook, you want to see us live in the studio. That's how you log in right there. Plug in. Reason why I started this show, definitely based around the missing and murdered platform, more so of the cold cases. Like Zamari Wilson, I would consider that a cold case. You know, it's been a year and something, and still no justice. Melissa Rudd, the whereabouts, still no justice. March the 1st, 2014. We are in 2023. 9 years has changed. And still no justice. No one arrested. 51-year-old creep Khalil Tatum, who killed his wife, later on killed himself, but still no signs of Melissa Rudd. This was all going on around the time that Melissa Rudd was missing. So where is Melissa Rudd? What did he do with this young girl? And I think about it all the time. I say, you know, this is a weird ass case. How did he have access to an 8-year-old like that? Working in a homeless shelter with them when they were the residents there. How do you get that comfortable and that much access? Start taking these kids home unless somebody giving them to you. But anyway, that's another story. But said all this to say that what we do here each and every Thursday, we do report the critical missing, which means under the age of 18, they've been missing for 24 hours, going into 48 hours, which means 2 days, and then it becomes 3 days or 4 days, 5 days, then once again it becomes a cold case. So I report the missing. That's what I do. I think that that's one thing that we take for granted, and even as big, strong black men, we got this thing about us. You already know what it is. You know what I mean? But it happens. It happens, man. Some of these stories I see of, you know, these young teenagers and its clothing description unknown, you know, or a person just missing, just an address. Maybe they were there. So we report the missing right here on Phocuz Radio, and, you know, try to assist as much as we can in the fight for justice for some of our guests. Once again, you want to make sure you have a recent picture. You want to make sure you have the accurate information of the missing person. You want to make sure that you tell authorities any and everything as far as the physical sense, the mental sense, whatever it may be when reporting this person. Clothing description can be very, very important. Hairstyle, hair color, eye color, a disability, whatever it may be, let authorities know. Let's go to our missing people. I'm working from home, y'all, so y'all gotta bear with me. Alizea Brown, 3400 block of 15th Street, Southeast DC, missing since Saturday, September the 9th, 2023. Reported missing at 2 p.m. This is midday, people. They are seeking the public's assistance in locating this 15-year-old. Last seen, missing from, this is what I'm talking about, missing from the 300 block of 15th Street Southeast, who was last seen in the 900 block of Rhode Island Avenue Northeast on September the 9th, 2023. We're in two different wards and boroughs, I should say, like they say in New York, in DC. Southeast missing from Northeast. Maybe this is her address when she was last seen, and then they said last seen in 900 block of Rhode Island Avenue. 5'5", medium complexion, 169 pounds, black hair, brown eyes. Once again, clothing description unknown. So that's why they have, like I said earlier, these two different addresses. Wow. Let's go to our next missing person. Jeremiah Edward Cranes, 3000 block of 30th Street, Southeast Washington, D.C., Thursday, September the 7th, 2023. Reported missing at 4 p.m. She's 23 years old. Like I say, once again, 30th Street. We just spoke about 30th Street, right? September the 7th, 2023. black female, 5 feet, 7 inches tall, 110 pounds, long brown hair, black eyes. Clothing description, once again, unknown. One thing I can say that would be distinctive about this pic here would be her skin complexion. It would be her hair. In other words, she's 23 years old. She's a grown woman. Since Thursday, September the 7th. Wow. Last Thursday. We go to our next missing person. Young man by the name of Stephen Harold, 1200 block of Mississippi Avenue, Southeast DC. Missing since Sunday, September the 10th, 2023. Reported missing at 12 p.m. Young guy, he's 17 years old. Black male, medium complexion, 6 feet, 170 pounds, black hair, brown eyes. Last seen wearing a black shirt, red shorts, red and white Jordans. That would be something that would stand out. Red and white Jordans, red shorts. That would be something that would stand out. Sounds like he was coordinating. Mr. Stephen Harold. Let's bring these missing adults and youth home. Let's do it in a major way. Let's do it in the community. Posting this show, posting missing flyers, talking about it, getting the word out there, letting people know that this does happen every day. I think every 30 seconds to 45 seconds, someone goes missing. It's on so many different levels, like I always speak on, so many different levels. The trafficking, kidnaps, want the bones, the body parts, trafficking, real shit. This is $1 billion industry. Somebody letting them, somebody know something. Somebody letting somebody do something for something. So we got to keep talking about it in our communities. And we don't seem to talk about the missing people until it hits home. Or somebody got to report us. So let's get involved as a community. It's a new school year. I'll have some teachers coming pretty soon. I'm trying to really plan an event, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. Looks like I'm just in the studio talking, but I really like to get outside of the studio and stay busy. So please bear with me. Please, I'm asking you guys, please to bear with me. And I'll definitely let you know when we hit the ground and running with this great plan that I have in mind. So stay focused. Like I say, you can take this show, you can share it. Feel free to book your interview or your next interview. We market, we advertise, we promote. Most of all, man, we try to solve these cold cases. Try to bring our missing people home. Phocuz Radio, y'all. Beltway Radio and beyond.com. Peace.
I'm on one. Cold cases still hot in the hood. Cause the nigga that did it, he still home, son. I'm my own rapper, but got a new balance. Rest in peace to all the young fallen soldiers. Didn't get a chance to show the world their talents. I'm so focused, trying to save the nation. Seeing the road ahead like a full focus. You don't know what